Go ahead and share your gists with your partner or turn and talk. A's go first. All right. All right, come back to me. Help me out. What do you have for your gist? Let's go with Nathan. What'd you get?
Nicholas James finds out that some college students hadn't read like full books in their high school years.
Yeah, and how many of you got something similar to that? They haven't read full books. Yeah, that's a pretty common one. So I'm just going to put some haven't read full books. So I'm going to model how to go through the second read. We're looking for MVP lines, and we're also looking for words that stand out. I'm going to take us through this little process right now. And with the second read, everyone should have a pencil in your hand or a pen, and just get the notes that I get, okay? Nicholas Dimes has taught Literature Humanities, Columbia University's required Great Books course. This right here, Literature Humanities, that's just a class. It's a very common class in school, humanities. I had to take a lot of humanities courses. He loves the job, but it has changed. Over the past decade, students have become overwhelmed by the reading. College kids have never read anything they're assigned, of course, but this feels different. Dames' students now seem bewildered by the thought of finishing multiple books a semester. Everyone circle this word, bewildered. This means shocked. These kids roll up in the class, and they're given the syllabus, and they're like, no, I can't do it, right? They are shocked. They're bewildered by the thought of finishing multiple books a semester. His colleagues have noticed the same problem. Many students no longer arrive at college, even a highly selective elite colleges, prepared to read books. To me, this is an MVP line. I'm going to tell my wife, guess what I read today? That's the MVP line. When you get a line that stands out like that, you're like, you got to hear this. You got to hear the cheese man this line. Kids are going to Columbia, they're going to Harvard, and they can't even read whole books. This development puzzled Dames until one day during the fall 2022 semester when a first-year student came to his office hours to share how challenging she had found the early assignments. Lit Hume, that's just the class again, often requires students to read a book, sometimes a very long and dense one, in just a week or two. But the student told Dames at her public high school she had never been required to read an entire book. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
She had been assigned excerpts, poetry, and news articles, but not a single book cover to cover. Here's another MVP line. She had never been required to read an entire book. Nothing cover to cover. And circle this word excerpt. Everyone say excerpt. It's kind of a weird word. Everyone say excerpt. That's when they take part of a book and have you read it. Okay? My jaw dropped, Dames told me. The anecdote helped explain, this is a short story, right? Anecdote. The change he was seeing in his students. It's not that they don't want to do their reading, it's that they don't know how. Middle and high schools have stopped asking them to. I'm going to put an exclamation point and a question mark here and say, what the what? Anecdote, short story. Make your page look like mine. Now, when you do it on your own, you don't need all the MVP lines that I've gotten, right?
Wait, what's the word with it? Where it's extra.
Part. And here we want to do a quick summary. It's a paraphrase. I'm going to put college kids aren't reading. So now we have a fully annotated chunk right here. This is pretty shocking, right? Because there are a lot of schools that aren't reading whole books, and it's affecting their college career. Now, one of the things I will say, because I know a little bit about this, and you're going to find out in chunk 3 why this has happened, okay? All right, thumbs up if you got my markings. Anyone still need this? Okay. You can always share with a partner. Nathan, can you help them out a little bit? I'm going to turn you over to do chunk 2, okay, on your own. So, I did chunk 1. Now I want you to do chunk 2. Let's get a couple of things set up before I release you. At the end of this, you want to do a quick summary. So go ahead and write summary down right here. At the end of chunk 2, I do want you to have a gist. And I'm going to write the word stop right there because I don't want you to go to into chunk 3. Okay? A lot of students, they just keep going. They just go on forever. We're only going to handle chunk 2 right now. All right. So, here's the process, okay? We're not going to do a prediction for this chunk. You're going to read it in an A-B read. Pencils down, so everyone put your pencils down like this. All right? Get to the stop sign, write the gist out. Then go back with your partner and do the annotations. What are you going to be looking for? I'm going to give you the